The John LeBang Show has been known to make people laugh, sing, think, scream, throw things in rage, and generally lose their minds. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, and I am going to do my best to remain calm, keep my voice at a mild temperament, so as to not make you feel as if I'm yelling at you, because I think sometimes, because I'm very animated, I tend to come across as if I'm yelling at people. And I don't want to do that right now. Because we have a serious issue. And even though it pains me to continue to highlight it over and over and over, it just isn't going away. We have so many people that find ways to separate us, to divide us, to segregate us. This set me off because in a recent post I had mentioned, see the whole Oprah Winfrey. Can you tell already that they're already setting up Oprah Winfrey? This is the mainstream media, that is. They're already setting up Oprah to go up against Donald Trump. You see, the people who are... Boy, I hate using the right and left in this kind of conversation, because to me, it's all to the left. But to most people who speak the politically correct version of speech these days, think of left and right as Republican and Democrat, conservative, liberal, so on and so forth. But see, I look at it a lot different, and to listen to the John LeBang Show, you have to understand where John is coming from. And sometimes that takes weeks and months, even years. But I don't think so for most people. I think most people get my drift pretty quick. And we see now that the left, who thinks that Donald Trump was elected because of his rock star status, and they're now, you've been seeing it, they've been talking about who's going to run on the Democrat side for president. I mean, it's only a year into the election, or into Trump's administration, and we're already, I mean, now it's 3 years down the road, and we're already being inundated with this. And the left, who, like I said, I don't like to say left and right, but the left in the terms of the current political structure, the Democrat side of things, think Donald Trump was elected because of his rock star image and his manhood and all that sort of garbage that had nothing to do with the core issues of why Donald Trump was elected. And I'm hoping that there are some Democrats that'll listen to this with a thinking mind, drop all their preconceived notions of what they think the Trump base was for the election, because there were people who voted for Donald Trump who didn't particularly vote for Trump himself, but they either voted against Hillary, who was the representation of the establishment, and that's at the heart of the matter. Trump wasn't elected because of Donald Trump. Trump was elected as a stopgap to the swamp, as he would put it. But it was to the whole elite structure that infests the halls of government. And here the Democrat Party, and you can see it, it's clear as day, they think by throwing up another rock star, or in this case an actress, a talk show host, to run for president up against Trump, that's going to get the people reunited behind their cause. And they miss the point. You see, Oprah Winfrey is just another form of Obamaism. It's part of the swamp. She is part of it. The American people are not going to see her as the stop. They thought that with Obama, and it didn't turn out so well. And I'm thinking there might be some people who voted for Trump who are still waiting to see if he's going to come through on his campaign promises. So when you talk about the things of why Donald Trump was elected, it is not going to be the same reason why people are going to want to vote for Oprah Winfrey. You'll start seeing, this is a thing that we're going to start seeing, especially if she becomes the nomination for the Democrat Party. If you're going to criticize her, because I did the other day, if you're going to criticize Oprah Winfrey, people are immediately going to claim you're a racist, even if there is nothing racist about your comments, because that is how that side of the aisle works. They think in terms of race. So it actually boggles my mind, ladies and gentlemen, when I hear these people from the left, and again I'm speaking from the current political structure left, not the left that John believes. Because if we go by the terms of John, the Republican Party is to the left of the Constitution, and the Democrat Party is to the far left. They're in the realm of socialists and communists. But we are speaking, because I'm trying to talk to you in terms that you will understand, we are speaking in the current political structure. So when we look back at the whole reasons why Donald Trump was elected versus why the Democrat Party thinks Donald Trump was elected, there's a big gap there. They don't understand. The people who pushed Trump over the edge to where he won the vast majority of districts in the country. And if you eliminate California from the entire picture, it is such a bad landslide throughout the country, it's sickening. And some people don't want to remove California from the picture. We can't. But when you take in their political affiliations as a state and how strongly they're in one camp, and then how many electoral votes they get, well, it makes that a very powerful state, a state that could, with the help of New York, really dictate the entire direction of the country. And to the people on the left, that's okay. See, they don't particularly care about their political opponent's well-being. As long as you're for their programs on their side, they love you. It's not the same on the other side. There are so many factions on the other side of the political aisle. See, I'm not even part of that other side as is, defined by the political structure. I'm not part of the right if you're talking I'm a Republican, because I'm not. I wouldn't want that R next to my name if I ran for president. To me, it's it's like the D. I don't understand the allure in having that D next to your name as a political figure or a just common person who votes. Why would you want to be a Democrat? Why would you want to be a Republican? See, they talk about how these groups increase your voice, but they don't. And that is another lie. This is why I have a problem with the average person who are going to see a Oprah Winfrey, and I've already seen it. They're going to see an Oprah Winfrey, and just because she's Oprah, they're going to vote for her. They don't care if she's qualified. They don't care that she'll have the finger on the nuclear weapon. They don't care what other leaders of the world are going to think of her. Nothing. They don't care of any of that. As long as she's got that D next to her name. Because Oprah's a D. She's not going to be an R. Do you really think Oprah Winfrey is going to be an R? And remember this, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have forgotten, Donald Trump didn't just decide he was going to run for president this time around. There were talks for many, many years about him running for president. And one time, he had mentioned that Oprah would be a good running candidate.
Well, I really haven't gotten quite there yet.
But it's just
Oprah. I love Oprah. Oprah would always be my first choice.
See, he was good friends with Hillary. And now you can see that he was good friends with Oprah Winfrey. See, when they talk about Trump being so different and so on the other side, see, that's all a game. Because when you tally up Trump, for the most part, he's a social democrat. For the most part. That's it. But because he has that R next to his name, he's hated by the people with the D. I can tell you now, if he had a D next to his name, he could be saying the exact same thing, because that's the problem with everybody in the D over there. It doesn't matter who's running, whatever they say, whatever they do, even if they did the same thing as the R used to do or the R is doing now, they are okay with it when their guy is in charge or when their gal is in charge. But if it's their political opponent, then it's heresy, it's treason, they're Hitler, they throw all these things at them.